They had 2 big runs and 3 good deep shots. Other than that, we made them earn it, and you take away the scoreboard. It was about 5 plays that decided this game.
This was a 34-point loss, Shannon. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Please.
Well, if you explain it to me, then you and I'll both know what he's talking about. You know what, Dominique? If I was 7 inches taller, LeBron and I'll be the same height. If you take away those 7 inches, LeBron James and I, we're the exact same height.
Oh, gosh.
There's a reason why they keep score. So those 5 plays happen to be touchdowns. I can see sometimes, Fox, it's a 35-31 ball game, a 35-34, and you can say a play here or a play there. But when you get beat mudhole stomped in you 41-7, that is totality. That is complete domination. That is a complete annihilation. But if you'd had Joe Burrow, who knows what you would have done, because you seem to be enamored with somebody else's quarterback and you don't talk about yours nearly enough. But what about you? I mean, you keep talking about, the plays. Were you not on the field when those 5 plays happened? That's last I checked, there's a reason why they came up with this thing called a score. Because we needed to know who won. When you win 41-7, there's really nothing that needs to be said. That is domination. That ain't no play here or play there. That's a play everywhere. They dominated you guys. Micah, bro, you got to let this go because you're sounding utterly ridiculous.
All right, I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best. So it's hard to argue for them, especially since the Eagles not only didn't have their starter, but they went to their third quarterback, and he scored 2 touchdowns. The third locker room that just has nothing to play for, no reason to show up. And I'm guessing, as my attempt to always find some way to understand and defend the players, this is all I can say for Micah is, I bet it's hard as hell to wake up after getting your ass kicked and find a reason to go in and lift weights hard and pay attention in meetings and focus, especially when you're as talented as Micah. So I'm imagining that this is just a story that he has to tell himself. You got to convince yourself of something crazy to get in there because that is absurd. To your point, yeah, 4 or 5 plays. Yeah, if we take away all the touchdown plays, then y'all win 7-0. You're right. you guys were outstanding, except for the times when you weren't, which happened to be the most important time. I don't get it, but that's all I can think is you got to lie to yourself to show up to work.
He literally is giving the Eagles credit for those 5 plays he's talking of. Way to go to gain some chunk yardage. Like he's giving them credit. What are you talking about? This is why. I think the thing is, thank you for trying to make sense of it, but no. Go ahead, Shan.
There's no making sense of this because here's the thing, Dominique, is that you have to be honest in your assessment of you and your team. He's being dishonest with his assessment of his team. And that is the problem with the Cowboys, you see? Because you, Dominique, keep coming out here trying to find a silver lining in what they're saying. Just say what it is. They're a bad football team. They're not very good this year. And there's no way you can't listen. I don't care how much Tom Ford cologne, Chanel perfume you spray on poop. It still smells. That's what the Cowboys are. They're a bad football team. And instead of acknowledging that, when Michael Jordan kept getting beat, he hired Tim Grover. He says, I need to get stronger. He was honest in an assessment. Yeah. There are things that great players do, and they understand, I'm weak in this area. We don't make excuses. He just keeps trying, there ain't no silver lining. How's there a silver lining in 41-7?
Every game comes down to if you say Brock Purdy didn't throw those 2 interceptions last night. Yeah, they would like every game comes down to a few plays here and there. The difference in the good teams and the teams that smell like poop is you're the ones that get the win.
The poop counters at home the last 2 days were up to like 4. Okay, so there's that.
Hey, Micah funny, man. Micah funny. Like, listen, glass half full. I understand what he's talking about. I'm saying I can understand what he's talking about. Like, you take the score away. I felt we played well enough.
No, you didn't. That's why you got beat 41-7.
Yeah, I know that. So I'm trying to understand. I understand what he's trying to say, but the delivery in the context of what he's trying to say, it don't fit.
Okay, so what about your team? Because, you said them. You only scored 7. So how many plays? So what happened to that?
I don't know.
I don't, bro. Do you understand? There's nothing when you lose, Ocho. If the score was 28-27, the score was 28-31, you got a compelling argument. It's a play here, play there. Ocho, when you get beat 41-7, they got a whole lot of plays. You got no plays.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah, that's why it makes no sense. It probably made sense to him right there in that moment, but I guarantee you, if you go back and he listened to it, he'd be like, you know what? I should have thought that one through. I should have thought that one through before I said it. But he might really stand on business about what he said because maybe he's the only one that understands what he meant.
Yeah,
that could be it.
That's what delusion does. A delusional person believes what he sees, what he or she sees, what he or she says. That's what delusion causes you to do.
Right.
It's okay to say, guys, hey, they were just a better team today. That's what happens. You play you play a good team like that, and you don't take care of your responsibilities. This is what's possible. 41-7. But to sit there and say it was 5 plays. I'm confused. Chad, are y'all confused? Am I the only one that's confused by what he said? Ocho, it's okay to say nothing. It's okay to say, you know what? They were a better team today.
Yeah.
Hey, chalk it up. They beat us both times. They scored this many points on us in Dallas. We came here and they beat us. They're just the better team. It's okay. Nobody, there's not one Cowboy fan. There's not one realistic Cowboy player that think the Cowboys that showed up yesterday are the equivalent to the Eagles. Not one, if you're honest with yourself. Because if you're not honest with yourself, that explains why you're in the predicament that you're in.
Yeah, not even close.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, they done went to their third string quarterback, and he throwing touchdowns on you. And you talk about their third string quarterback.
Yeah.
Is doing damage to y'all.
Yeah. You know, the Cowboys played well the past 2 weeks, though, especially defensively.
They have no expectation. You see what happens when you don't have expectation?
Yeah.
You see, now I told you, Ocho. They went in there, Tampa, good team. Ain't nobody expect anything. Tampa gonna blow them out. They win a couple of games. You're like, okay. They beat the Commanders.
Yeah.
They beat Tampa. And you're like, oh yeah, the Cowboys. Oh, Jerry started feeling himself. I love the way McCarthy got these guys playing. They didn't pack it in. They played tough. Okay, now we're gonna see what y'all gonna do. Woo.
Yeah. Hey, it wasn't pretty.
No,
40.
I'm just trying to figure out at 41-7, what plays that you could have made that would have made a difference.
Difference in the game? Yeah. Well, he said there are 5 plays. Maybe them 5 plays was when they scored.